Alright, welcome to a video on graphing transformations, and this is going to be our linear transformations. So we're going to graph some linear transformations. Everything's going to look like it's in slope-intercept form, that y equals mx plus b, and you could use that to graph it, but I want us to take a look here and just see what happens. So the generic equation we're going to use is y equals ax plus c. So y equals ax plus c. So your a is actually your m. So it's hard to see there, isn't it? So a is actually equivalent to m and c is equivalent to b when we do this, but we're using a and c just to distinguish between our slope-intercept form. So just so you know, and you know what, I'll just go ahead and leave that there, just so you know what that is. And y equals x is going to be our baseline function that we're going to use. So our a is 1. Remember, if you don't see a number in front of x, then it's a 1, and our c is 0 because there's nothing there. Nothing is represented by 0. So y equals x is our baseline equation. And just to see what that looks like on the graph, this is what that looks like. So we start with our c. So there's our c, 0, and then our up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1. So this is our generic equation. And everything that we do is going to be based off this. So let's get started. So y equals x plus c. So we're just going to work with an a that's 1, and then we're going to manipulate our c. So c affects where the line touches the y-axis. So c tells us where we're starting on the y-axis. So in our y equals x, our a is 1, our c is 0, so we're going to start at y equals 0. So here with this red line, we have y equals x minus 2. So our a is still 1 because there's a 1 in front of our x, and our c is negative 2. So what that means is that we're going to start at negative 2 on the y. So we're going to start with our y equal to negative 2. And then we're going to use this to go up and to the left or right. So we start at negative 2 for our c, and since our a is 1, that means we're going to go up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1. And we'll do that forever. And since we're going up and right, that also means we can go down and left. And I got plenty there, so I'll actually just go ahead and draw that line now. Yeah, I know my line's not very perfect. Trying. There we go. Okay, now we look at y equals x plus 4. So our a is still 1, and our c for this is positive 4. So that means we're going to start at y equals 4, and then we're going to go up and right from there and down and left. So we start at 4, up 1, right 1 for a few, down 1, left 1. Now we have enough dots. And so you see what's created here. There are two lines that are parallel to our y equals x. So whenever we don't mess with c, we actually get a line that's parallel. And you'll learn a bit more about parallel and perpendicular lines in the next unit. So now we're going to mess with the x. So, or the a with the x. So a affects the rise and the run, the slope. A positive a means it's going to be going left to right on the graph. A negative a means it's going to be going left to right and down. So positive means we're going up, left to right. Negative means we're going down, left to right. So for our y equals x, our a is 1, and our c is 0. So whenever we talk about the a here, I just want you to think about it as something that affects how far we go up and down. So that means if it says 1 here, that means we're going to go up 1. If it says negative 3, it means we're going to go down 3. So we're going to go up 1, and then right 1. And as we see here on our graph, that's what we do with our generic baseline equation. So now our y equals 2x. So here our a is 2 and our c is 0, so we're going to be starting at 0. But now we're going to go up 2 because of that a, and we're going to go right 1. So we're going to start right here as well, but now we're going to go up 2, right 1, up 2, right 1, up 2, right 1, as well as we can now do the opposite by going down 2, left 1, down 2, left 1 a little bit before we can draw our line. Now we're going to look at y equals negative 3. That was kind of foreshadowing, I said the negative 3 thing. So we have a is negative 3, our c is also 0. So that means we're going to go down 3, and we're still going to go right 1. So starting still here at 0, we're going to go down 3, right 1, down 3, right 1, and then we're going to do the same from 0 going the other way. We're going to go up 3, left 1, up 3, left 1 a few times so that we can get our line. And as you will notice, our positive a's, as they go left to right, go up, and our negative a, as we go left to right, goes down. Okay, finally, we're going to have some here where we're actually manipulating a and c at the same time. So I'm going to do the red one with you, and then I'll leave you to do the blue one on your own. So we have our y equals x as our baseline. So that's a is 1, c is 0, as you know from the previous 2 examples, or 4 examples actually. So our red one, and you'll see that the y equals x is already here. Our red one, y equals negative 2x plus 4. So our a is negative 2, and our c is positive 4. So that means we're going to start at y equals 4, and then we're going to go down to right 1. So we're going to start at c equals 4, down 2, right 1, down 2, right 1 for a little bit, and then we're going to go the other way, up 2, left 1, up 2, left 1. Draw our line. Oh, I see I made a mistake here. I went down too far. Alright, so now the blue line, I want you to go ahead, pause the video, and try to do this one on your own. Okay, so right here I did the work, so check your work there with mine. And then we have the graph here. Go ahead and check your graph with mine as well. And after you do that, this video is done.